to go live, and there's a blue circle going around, so I don't know if we're live yet. Let's give it a second. And
can we get a check from somebody? Anybody
check
watching
1,
out there?
2.
Can we get a
Oh, now we are live. Hey guys, I just got a notification too. We are back. Technical difficulties. We're trying to figure all this stuff out.
We probably been back that whole time, to be
We're
honest.
gonna go back and we're gonna play the intro one more time because
Oh, yeah.
it's a hard song. And I'll throw it back to you guys right now.
All right, yeah. But, well, just in case you just starting out. Now it's about 9:15, September 10th, 2020. My name is Justin. To my far right, your far left, that's going to be Steven. Across from us, sitting, producing always, Eric. Eric is good.
Yo.
All right. And in the middle here, special guest, my homeboy, my brother, Robert.
What's happening?
G.
What's happening? Yeah, okay, there you go. See, I'm cool with the initial. I'm good with the initial.
All right.
I mean, I still like Bobby Pumps a little better, but I mean,
right.
that'll do for
What
now.
about, can I refer to you as Papa Seats?
Oh, boy, you know you could always refer to me as Papa Seeds.
thought so.
Actually, I'll probably take Papa Seeds takes...
Bobby Pumps in the house. And it's the Lone Ranger vs. Tonto up in this motherfucker.
yeah,
What would you rather be called?
Yeah. No, either one is cool. Papa Seeds actually might take precedence over Bobby Pumps.
I mean, Papa Seats sits on a wall of legends in Lakewood.
It
so
really does. It really does. Yep. If y'all ever been to the World of Beer, the old school World of Beer, it's, I believe, what's it called now?
Crazy Mountain.
Crazy
it's a
Mountain.
Crazy Mountain satellite
That's right.
Bar.
That's right. Go to Crazy Mountain. Take a peek on that back wall right there. Papa Seeds' name is on there, baby.
You're going to have to get your iPhone out, though, and use that fucking Zoom, though.
That's
Fucking find that shit on there on that wall,
But
and
I
you'll
am
see
on there.
right in there Papa Seats.
Is that shit even open?
Probably. Breweries have
No
been
idea.
given pretty decent working conditions that they can make it happen. Most of them are open.
That's good.
Yeah.
Let me hit that real quick. I actually got them edibles are kicking in. I'm cool.
Oh, is
now.
that
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Them edibles, huh? Them edibles you took.
I
Yo,
took-
lying
Rob
asshole.
had a Snickers earlier.
I
He's
had
talking
like
about.
Snickers.
I had at least like 200 milligrams earlier, so I'm feeling a little spacey right now.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm cool on that. Right on. Though.
Did you say a milligram?
I said like 200 milligrams.
Oh,
boy.
200 milligrams. This boy went in.
Oh, what is that? Fire.
Shit.
Fire from what?
Oh yeah. Speaking of beer and shit,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about this beer. Let's get to it. But Stevis,
Yeah, but first, before we
Guy
get to the
Spencer.
beer, we got to talk about what Guy Spencer did for us. Guy Spencer came through, got us a new sponsor, and right now Guy Spencer's sponsoring, or helping us sponsor from one of my favorite liquor stores in Lakewood on the... Do I need to call on you? Why is your hand raised?
Who's Guy Spencer?
Huh?
Who's Guy
he's
Spencer?
Guy Spencer. This fucking guy.
Okay. I
mean-
mean, just trying to get caught up. My
I mean,
But not Spencer.
I'm not Guy Spencer. I'm not Guy Spencer.
Dude, it's like your alter ego, bro.
I mean,
it's like fucking. that's
Justin's
like
a
saying,
little confused
Oh.
about, like, Guy Spencer just helps us through the podcast on the
Like-
back end and, like, just has great ideas and all this
Got you.
shit and, like, comes through with some
What's
shit and then
Superman's
sometimes
name?
comes through.
Papa Seeds.
What's the
Papa
fucking
Seeds.
Superman's name?
Ken
Some
Clark.
Clark. It's not
Clark
Ken.
Clark Kent.
Clark
Clark
Kent.
Kent.
Clark
right?
Kent.
Clark Kent would never walk
There's a
around
lot of K's in
admitting
one sentence.
that
What?
he's Superman. But this boy is Guy Spencer.
Okay, got
Well,
you.
so Guy Spencer
Not
helped us
Superman.
out today. Gives me a call, says, go to 10120 West 26th Ave in Lakewood, Colorado, and go pick up the beer for tonight. And I was like, word. So I head over there, see my friend Mike. He's the owner over there at the liquor store. Go see him. If you're headed back from the mountains, whether you're headed down I-70 or if you're headed down 6th Avenue, just get off on Kipling and go to 26. So I-70 goes south, same distance each way. It's one of my favorite liquor stores. You can get basic fucking beer that you can just drink your face off with. But then also they carry a really surprisingly good selection of fucking beer. Go in there, mention LRVT, and Mike's going to hook you up. Down there, he's a great guy. Go down there, and like I said, they're giving us
What's
a
the
little
place called again?
sponsorship.
That was hard as fuck what you just did right there.
This
Boy,
place is
had
called
a commercial. Did you see
fucking
him?
Beer
Y'all remember
Man.
the commercials that have like those really catchy jingles? I can't think of any right now, but it's the
Yes.
one like it's off I-70 some.
Oh,
yeah.
you're talking about the
Shane
Shane Company.
Company.
Shane
That's
Company,
right.
yeah, like how they have that little
3
jingle.
miles south.
That's
That's Arapahoe Road and I-25.
Yep.
See,
Did you know-
exactly.
Did you know that there's one of those in like every city? Every city got their own, and they all sound exactly the same, and everybody thinks it's local.
Huh.
Really?
The
Yeah,
same
you
guy
can-
just does it for every city?
Yeah, straight up. You can hear that
That's
shit, and
talent.
it'll be like
That's talent.
the Shane Company, just off of I-5 and fucking Peñasco Boulevard and shit.
I never heard of
Downtown
Penasco.
Los Angeles.
You never been off of
Where
Penasco?
the hell'd you come up with
Down
in
Los
Louisiana?
Angeles. I don't even know if that's a real street. That sounds like a Los Angeles street though for sure.
Penasco? That sounds like it's in New Mexico, cuz.
Maybe.
That's in northern New Mexico. In
That's in Colfax County. That's in Colfax County out there.
Hey, ¿sabes qué? I live over on my...
Penasco way.
Penasco way. I live over Penasco way. Right over by my tío's ranch. I'm that way.
I'm not gonna lie, that's probably true. That might be my
That
cousin.
sounded legit.
You might be my cousin
I think
right
I
now.
might be.
You might,
Órale, ¿sabes
like
qué?
my bad cousin. I mean my cousin in
Chale,
Penasco.
you making fun of the street I live on or what? Eh?
Oh man, that sounded like the LA street to me. Anyways, that's not the point.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is we need a jingle like that because I mean what he said kind of sounded like it
That
too.
was hard as fuck.
But you know, the cool thing
It was
is
aight.
we are
It was
local
cool.
and it will be dedicated to our proud sponsors.
Hell yeah.
What's the name of the liquor
What's
store?
the name of the store?
Oh, the name of the liquor store is the fucking best name that is on the fucking west side for liquor stores.
That's a long ass.
It's called fucking Beer Man.
Beer Man.
Beer
Right.
Man. Shout out,
Right, well, thank you, Beer Man.
shout out Mike at Beer Man.
Oh yeah, he's the Beer Man. That's it.
Second
it.
best liquor store is Respect Liquors down the store.
Respect Liquors is the other one, but right now it's the Beer Man. And so what the fuck are we drinking here? What is this Bloody Mary thing you brought?
Well, so today they hooked it up with the Blue Delicious, which is this brewery is actually right next to Casa Bonita, right off of Colfax and Pierce, and they've been really fucking pumping beers out. I gotta tell you, pumping beers out, all kinds. I've been trying them for a while, and I gotta say I'm really hoping that this is. I haven't had anything like this from them, so we're gonna see how it is.
Blueberry wheat. Nah, fuck with that one.
I thought you would.
Blueberry is like my favorite. Any kind of blueberry beer.
Oh man, I can't read this in this light, but the can has a nice little like
Taste it.
description on the side of it. If you can read it, Eric, maybe you don't have to turn it sideways. Not
Yeah,
that one.
no,
the
I
one
can
on
see
the
it. Government warning according to the which one?
Yeah, that one. Keep going.
On the side, you may be a bloody lover if bloody lover.
Bluty lover.
You're the life of the party. You can get down on the dance floor. You're a lover of large objects.
Mm-hmm.
You had a trapper keeper as a kid. You watch Netflix. You love being outside. You love being inside. You appreciate a good pair of sweatpants, and Beyonce's your soulmate.
Oh no.
I might be able to check a few of those things off. But,
Oh yeah, I had a
let me
Trapper
smell
Keeper.
this.
The show.
Let me smell this. You know, that's before you drink a beer. That's the proper way. You need to smell it
Don't you fucking start.
in through both your mouth and your nose at the same time.
Is this the right vessel to drink it out
you
of?
get all the notes coming in.
Ask Rob. Rob, would this beer be better in the can or in that glass that I got you? Are you
Let me
all
tell-
not
wait,
curious
wait, wait,
what
wait,
color this beer is? Because I just want to know what fucking color it is.
I want to say it's purple.
I want to know if
red,
it is
too.
purple or red or blue, or if it's made with blueberries, it's a wheat beer, and if it's made with real blueberries, it's probably like a purplish cool color.
That's damn
But we'll
good
never know drinking it out of these fucking cans, will we?
That's a damn good beer.
Then get a cup, fool. Nobody's keeping cups from you.
Man.
Shit, you act like I locked them up or something. Boy.
I would love actually the Coors glass if one's clean.
To get back to your question, yes, this would taste much better out of my Four Noses beer sphincter.
Which one do you like better? Because I got you 2 beer sphincters.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's the
I don't
name.
even know what it's called.
That's the name. They're called sphincters.
I knew I was right.
Oh
I
my
knew
God,
I
that's
was
amazing.
right
How
there.
come you've never said that on the podcast before? You've never brought up sphincters before.
Well, because I really only talk about sphincters with beer folks. Like, they care about beer. Like Rob.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit, I told you, boy, that man.
Oh, this shit ain't even fucking red. It's not purple or blue or any
Oh,
of
that
that
ain't even
It's
shit.
just a wheat beer.
Just pour it back in the can.
Shh, put it back.
Oh shit.
Oh, Lord.
Is this a sign that they didn't want you to take it out of the can?
Damn.
No, I don't think
It's
so.
gotta be. Look, they have.
I have
this
to give it a better
design.
taste before I can like judge it on the color.
It's
of
still
it,
a
though.
pretty beer, though. That's nice.
It is. It is a nice beer.
It tastes cool. I ain't mad at it.
Let's see.
Yes, sir.
It is actually a really good beer. Blueberry wheat, that's bomb. West Fax Brewing, Bluty Delicious.
Blue
Oh,
delicious, boy.
Bluty Delicious. My bad.
Big
Yeah.
booty holes.
I'm with it. You ain't got to yell at me like that. West Facts.
West Facts.
Shout out West Facts for the Blue Delicious.
Not bad. This is actually. Well, let me
With
give
the
it a-
West.
let me
What
give it a
percentage
shot.
is this? This is very drinkable.
I don't know.
This is about 11%.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, it's 5.
So, Mr. Steven, I know you're like quite the beer connoisseur. What are you looking for when you're drinking a beer? What are like?
In other words, what's the best beer to get?
Oh boy. It depends on the beer I'm drinking, the style that it's supposed to be.
So to be a beer judge, what is it judged by?
So fuck, this is boring, I guess, but the appearance,
Yeah.
smell,
Okay.
taste,
Mm-hmm.
mouthfeel,
Mm-hmm.
overall. Those are the 5 categories that a beer is judged on.
That's exactly how I rate. I was gonna say Tinder, but like, keep going.
I mean, that's it. And so you rate them on those 5 values, and then you learn about those. But like each style has their own like distinct ranges for each of those, right? What you should be smelling, what you should be getting from that. And so like when you say like, what am I looking for in a beer? Well, it depends on the style, because it depends on the style. Those definitions are different for different beers. And so like this one's a wheat beer, right? And so if I'm drinking a wheat beer, what I'm looking for personally, a wheat beer, so I guess not personally, but like it's defined by like a definition of how much fucking grain is wheat and not just malt, right? That's what makes it a wheat beer. That there's more like wheat in it, literal wheat, than just roasted malt. Yeah.
Wheat beer.
And fuck, you got me all thrown off now with that.
My bad. That's good to know. I was just curious as to
And
like.
so,
what-
but it just has different fucking flavors. So, like wheat
right
beer,
on.
I just like the creaminess of it, where you get a little bit. It's like a little
cream.
easier to drink. It's not as like fizzy and fucking like watery, where it just like carries the carbonation over your tongue like a lager. This is a little bit smoother tasting, and I'm looking for it to be drinkable as fuck, low alcohol. And if you're gonna throw blueberry in it, it's a big fucking task for me to like a blueberry flavor, because it's easy to overdo with like fake blueberry flavor. And this shit does pretty well at like balancing it, because what I like about this beer the most is that it comes through with a nice bitterness from the hops, or from, it could even, if they use real blueberries, it could be from like the tannins in the skin of the blueberries that are a little bit more like acidic, and you get this other kind of bite on the back end of it. And I like it. Like I said, it's balanced well, because you get the little bitterness on the end of your tongue that lets the sweetness of the blueberry kind of mellow before you have to fucking finish this whole swig.
Hell yeah.
Can I be honest?
That sounded fire.
I'm just disappointed in it. It's a beer called Bloody. It ain't a thick beer either. Should have been a thick beer.
It's not really too thick.
I don't know if like a thick blueberry beer would be good, but like
Lots of cream in there.
they could have made it work out.
That boy's onto something. One time we was gigging at the crib one time. Not my crib. It was the trap house.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Good times over there. Shout out D, shout out Keeks, shout out Los.
all the homies. Much love. And I remember waking up in the morning
Yeah.
and wanted to get something to drink. And I had just started drinking, right? And the
Again?
homie-
In the morning.
Yeah, no, this was like when I just started drinking. Like,
Right.
that
like I
just
hadn't
started
really
drinking.
drank before that,
Right,
right?
right.
And the homie Eric worked at Coors, and he always had blue moons all the time.
See,
And so those motherfuckers was always running through,
Azul
right?
Luna.
And so I woke up in the morning, I grabbed a blue moon, and I wanted to mix it with some orange juice. Everybody drank all the orange juice. All that was left was cranberry juice. And so I mixed a blue moon with some cranberry juice,
Why'd you do that?
and it tasted just like this.
Just like this? Hold on, let me taste it.
And it wasn't bad, but
Which one's better?
I haven't done it since.
Which one's better?
It tastes the same.
Might be
The
wrong.
exact same? No way.
It tastes just like
Khaleesi, I feel you behind me. Is Khaleesi behind me?
She might be.
Shit, I can feel her pushing on the chair.
Hell
or
yeah, boy.
pulling on it.
My
She's
milkshake
about to
brings
crack
I just
out
don't want her to
the
fucking jump on my neck.
It's
She
better
will,
than
boy. You didn't
most
see that
in my-
episode?
It's better than most like a
There
teacher.
she
I
go.
bet y'all did.
But I have to charge my milkshake brings out. Isn't that Khaleesi who sings that?
Yeah.
Who sings that?
Khaleesi, boy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Khaleesi is the Dragon
The
Queen. Boy,
milkshake.
that's why
The
she goes,
milkshake. Oh,
Boy,
okay.
if you don't stop milkshaking my cat, what's your bitch ass coming in my house disrespecting my cat's milkshake? Boy, I can't believe you right now.
Give his cat
Boy.
fucking milkshake baby
Shit.
syndrome. Milkshake shaking.
Boy.
Damn, I fucked
Get
that
him,
joke up.
Khaleesi. Sick him.
She's into a box now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's about to. She's making her way.
Khaleesi ain't too bright, I think, cuz. What'd you do to her?
To be honest, that's the smartest cat on planet Earth. Boy.
That she, I don't know.
Look, watch her. Look,
House cat.
she's crazy.
Baby smartest
no.
house cat.
I don't know about that one.
She's smart as fuck, boy. Anyways, yeah, that's what this beer tastes like. It tastes like when I mix cranberry with Blue Moon.
Bomb.
It's not bad, but I haven't done it since.
You don't like this?
I wouldn't do it
This is
again on
nice.
purpose.
I mix beer with orange juice though. That's delicious.
A beer mosa? You're talking about a beer mosa.
I remember when I introduced you to a beer mosa.
Me? To a beer mosa?
Yep.
Boy, I invented beer mosas. I
You
thought
did
you
not,
knew.
fucking Rob.
You
We were sitting in an
obviously never
airport and
met-
I ordered one. You're like, "What the fuck you order?" And I said, "I ordered a Blue Moon and
You
some
know what a
fucking
beer
orange
mosa
juice."
First of all, I don't think I sound that squeaky. Thank you very much. Second of all, boy, Bobby Pump's been fucking with beer mosas for longer than you've been born. Cause I've been drinking beer mosa when you was in diapers.
Got him.
Man, my guy, you've been just
Spank that little
drinking
butt.
those
made me
just
spank- don't make me spank that
regular
little
old
butt.
brunch mimosas with your lady. Fucking ordering the cranberry juice instead of the orange juice because you think it's better for your antioxidants and shit. Fuck you.
Pineapple juice. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
it's the pineapple juice. That's the one for your lady.
That's what does it for me.
Yikes, spikes, buddy.
What's happening?
Yikes, spikes.
Y'all motherfuckers is crazy, boy. I tell
Well,
you.
this beer's actually pretty fucking good. I mean, it's my favorite one I've had from this brewery, I think. And I don't even like wheat beer. So that's a good thing to
Fuck
say.
with wheat
So,
beer.
hold up.
What's up?
Am I pitting out yet? It's a little hot in here, cuz.
I think you're cool, to be honest.
All right.
That'll happen in that
What was I gonna
undisclosed
say?
location.
Oh, yeah. So I have a question. I know y'all brought me blindfolded in here at this undisclosed location. I don't even know
yeah.
where the hell I'm at. I feel like
Exactly.
I'm in a basement someplace in New Mexico or
You might be.
Nevada or something.
You just might be.
But I have a question. Why is y'all podcast named The Lone Ranger vs. Tonto?
Why is it? You know what? Actually, let's talk about that because I found some shit out. I don't know how
I found some shit out too that I was trying to bring up, but that's my segue into that.
All right.
You're welcome. But go ahead.
All right. Well, first and foremost, I'll say the first thing.
All right.
It's called that because of a book by Sherman and Lexi that became a movie, or at least one of the stories became a movie, Smoke Signals, and it's called The Lone Ranger and Tonto Fist Fight in Heaven. But what were you gonna say?
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So the Lone Ranger. They found out who he actually was. He was a dude by the name of
Bass Reeves.
Bass Reeves. Bass Reeves. Yes, that's right. I was gonna bring that up. Because long story short, I was watching your guys' podcast on YouTube and stuff, and then some other shit popped up, and it said something about Bass Reeves and like him being the real Lone Ranger or something like that. And so I didn't know if y'all knew that, but
What
I
the
just
fuck is Bass? Who the fuck is that? First
I
of
do
all?
know this little backstory a little
Yeah,
bit. I
his-
looked up this same fucking Wikipedia hole, I think.
he's he's the black dude, African American dude. I think he was from like Oklahoma or something like
Detroit.
that. I didn't hear that part. I thought he was from Oklahoma, but
I'm pretty sure it's Detroit.
it wasn't Detroit.
I'm pretty sure it was.
They didn't have.
Motherfucker, he would just say he was from the United States of America.
He sure
He
was.
was from the United
Well,
States of America.
Done.
He's from the United States of James Carter. But anyways, I just want to drop y'all with some knowledge on that. But I'm legit curious as to why Lone Ranger versus Tonto. I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like
So
I feel like some shit has to be really important for you to name your podcast the Lone Ranger versus
Well,
Tonto.
I don't know if it was
What's
an
the cor-
importance around the name.
What's the correlation with it?
well,
like-
we started the name because of the homage to that, but then say why not?
Well, I mean, the way that the name came about was just like trying to find a name for the podcast a little bit, and just thinking of ways to describe where it was built out of, right? Of where like sitting at by someone yelling at each other, pretty much.
Yeah, we just argue about shit. And, it's
And
tight
there was
because
like
we could get,
obviously a versus part of it, and it worked because I mean one of the parts of I guess the deeper part of it is like Justin and I got closer when I recommended that book to him. We got a lot closer as friends because we've known each other for fucking ever. Like I knew about Justin before he knew me, and I was in fucking 3rd grade when I knew about Justin. You know, yeah.
Boy.
Back in the or like
Had your eye,
4th grade.
Had his
maybe.
eye on you for a minute.
No. Just because you lived over by Lasley, right?
Yeah.
And all my friends that I had, I went to
I was
Lasley
right
so
down the
mom.
street from Philip. Shout out to homie Philip.
Well, and
Shout
before
out
that
Phillip.
was fucking Matt Pusatory and shout out to
Oh,
Matty
yeah.
P. Fucking
Oh,
love
yeah.
that dude. Love Matty P.
Shout out Matty P.
I gotta fucking send him to the podcast because
I don't know who
think he's
you
getting
is.
in
Shout
his
out
feed.
Matty P though.
But
That's a good name.
Matty P,
Matty
yeah.
P, that is his
And so
name.
all those kids were in that neighborhood, and so I knew they knew you, and so I knew you.
They
through
didn't know
them.
me shit.
No, they
Boy, I'll tell
didn't.
you right
They
now.
didn't. They told me some stories that
run
you'd be
up.
embarrassed for me to tell on
Tell 'em
fucking
run up.
everybody.
Tell him run up.
Oh, tell him about tell him about
The
how
story
you,
that Matt told
how
me
you
about
do
you.
in his pants. You
No.
do in your pants in 2nd grade.
No, that was like 4th grade, I think.
That's
On my
what-
way home, I was
that's
walking home.
That's
Boy.
what Matty P
Couldn't
said.
hold it. Couldn't hold it. That's what Matty P said. I was
No,
so
Matty P would never talk no shit about nobody ever.
Oh, that's tight. Shout out to Matty P.
Yeah, never. But he was just saw some shit go down where some shit happened. You got mad,
Ooh, that'll happen.
and it was something with
I was
some
little, boy.
glasses. It was something with some glasses, and maybe it was yours or something. I don't even know, but it was probably around Phillip and all that because it was on your block.
And somebody stole
And then
my glasses. Boy.
some shit happened, and then
these
so
white
you
kids
got
was picking on
fucking
me.
got mad, and then just went inside and got Zome, and he came
did.
in and fucking schooled them kids.
You know,
Do you know what he's talking about?
yeah, dude. It was
You
like,
do?
Yeah, I
Really?
remember. Yeah, this
Holy
is like,
shit.
This is like 3rd grade, maybe.
Like
4th
I said,
grade, 4th grade.
So
maybe?
that's no, because
And-
I didn't live
and,
here
you know-
that young. I got here when I was in 4th grade, so it must have been like 5th grade for you. Well, I mean, it
No,
could have
it
been
was-
before that because I,
I
knew
think
Matt.
it's-
He knew
I
he
think-
lived there for a lot longer than I did.
And it was
so, yeah,
actually
could've been that.
no, and I think it was the homie, but we were homies with like the hood homies on, all them other kids didn't really like us.
Yep,
So
definitely.
so like
all
and-
their parents are soft, and that's why
all their
Soft.
they never liked me either. All their fucking parents. hated
SOF
me.
capital T. I spell it
well
for you.
none of them
Soft.
kids liked us. Well, at least Philip, they liked everybody. Like Philip was at least cool with everybody, but I think everybody would be like funny to him, and he would just take it more. And I was like, I don't take that shit. Fuck these fools talking to me all funny. And anyways, the point is that my homies over here were kind of hood, but again, you understand some hood shit. And again, it's like 4th grade, and we were at the homie's house. So I'm not gonna say his name because the little homie got pissed at something we were doing. And got mad at me in his house, and then later on we were playing football in his yard, and he fucked with my glasses, or he took them, like he did it like on some like trying to fuck with me shit, and I was like, give him back, whatever, whoop de woo. And he had always basically I knew he had a knife on him, and I didn't want him to stab me. He probably would not have stabbed me, like looking back on it, I'm sure he wouldn't that, but I knew he had a knife on it.
In the 4th
And-
grade? You talking
Oh
about this
yeah,
in
these
4th
kids
grade?
always had a knife. Him and the other homie, and again I want to say their names. There was a
Where'd you
homie.
grow up at, cuz? You was in Compton?
Nah,
Was
boy.
you-
Y'all don't know
South
about our
Denver?
hood. I mean, it's.
No, it was just.
I'll tell you the
Hey,
fucking story
dude.
about the house next to me getting fucking shot up one night.
Hey.
Fucking Zay has a whole song about it.
Those neighborhood
that right?
neighborhood things may or may not have led to a homie's passing. R.I.P. and R.I.P. Jacob and
R.I.P. Jacob.
I don't know what happened. I wasn't there.
Jacob was a close homie from that
But yo,
neighborhood.
all these kids were in this little neighborhood right here. One of them was, and so I got all scared because I thought he was gonna have his thing,
Thought he
and
was
he
gonna
had like
have
two
Thought
of
he
his
had
little
the
cousins.
poke.
He had like two of his little cousins over there. Everybody's all hood, and all I had was just me and Philip. And then them other kids were like playing with us, but I knew they wasn't gonna like back us up or nothing. It wasn't like that. So I'm over here like it's just me and Philip. We're gonna get stabbed or something. I got scared.
Hey, Philip, you got your poker on you,
And
homie?
so I ran and grabbed my brother, and I told him we were about to get stabbed. And my brother ran out with a big ass knife, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the way you gotta handle this, I guess. And shout out to my brother.
Shout out Zone.
Big Zone.
You know, he must have get word
Shout out
talking.
Zone.
He was in high school.
He was in like 7th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Seventh,
like
yeah, he's
and,
middle
and,
school.
and we didn't like go stomp in the yard, and then we just came at the end, and my brother kind of like flexed on him because they were all like waiting at the end of the corner, and then you know. So that's what them kids saw. Maybe that's my side of the story. I don't remember.
I mean, your side of the story is fucking wild
I haven't
compared to
thought
like
about it in
white
a
bread.
long-ass time.
Sorry, Matty P, you got the worst part of that. So I hope I'm gonna just tell Matt to listen to this one because
Oh, no, yeah, I do
his
remember I was
mind will
getting
be
all-
blown. His mind will be blown, I think, because
I
no
was
disrespect
trying
to
to
you,
flex
'cause,
on
like,
him, and it didn't work, and I got scared, and I ran and got my
and
brother.
most
'cause I thought
likely
I
Matt
thought
was
he-
probably just like fucking just as scared as y'all were, you know, and like didn't know what to do, but saw or heard a story from because like those blocks aren't far away. Like Matt grew up a couple blocks from Lasley, and you were like a couple more blocks from Lasley.
Where's Lasley? Where's Lasley?
The other homie
Florida and fucking Pierce is the easiest way to say it.
Florida and Pierce. Oh,
Florida and
yeah.
Pierce.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
It's a big park, and then it's a
Florida.
school.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but Justin lived on the north side of it. I lived on the south side,
Uh-huh.
but the only friend I had over there was Jacob and LJ
Uh-huh.
on the south side of where the school
okay.
was.
Man, y'all was in Lakewood. Y'all wasn't in the hood. What you talking about, boy?
Sheridan, though, was the border,
I'm not
and we
saying
were
it was
right
the-
off of
there was-
theirs.
Hold
It
up.
bled in a
I
little
was-
bit of like.
I was way
like
more
I
in
said,
the
my
hood when I
house.
was over on.
Do you know the story about my house getting shot up? Or not my house, but the house like
I don't know. Why are we
right
talking
next
about
to it?
houses getting shot up though? This is crazy.
Yeah, we don't
You're
even
over
talk
here
about that.
incriminating motherfuckers again. I'm not. These motherfuckers was in 4th grade. I'm not trying to say no name. I'm
You
like,
better get Matty P
oh,
pinched.
I
Damn. Y'all get Matty P pinched.
You about to be Matty
Shit.
Pinch, boy. I can't believe that shit.
You better
We're
delete
sorry,
this.
homie.
Go
I didn't mean to.
how do you unlive? Go unlive right now.
Go
cuz.
unlive.
Unlive. Matty P, my
Anyways.
bad. My bad. I might have swung you into this. My bad, Matty P.
All right. All of this was brought up because Steven was talking about how the book brought him and Justin closer, even though they had known each other through Matty P and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got to know, or that's the first time I knew about Justin. I never got to know him. I never even met the dude until I was probably.
Fuck him.
I met you
Not
maybe
Matty P, though.
sophomore year.
Shut up.
So I didn't fucking probably. So I heard about that and like.
Anyways,
we're
we've been
probably-
knowing each other for a gang, boy. That's the point. But we wasn't like close homies until this dude recommended that book and I read it. I recommended the book to him. I don't know if he read it.
What'd you recommend?
But I don't even remember. But yeah, we ended up being cool. We always used to have talks anyways when we would see each other at like Zay's and shit. So we just started doing that
Shout out
over
Zay.
at the office. And shout out to Zay. And we were doing that at the office and all of a sudden like we would be like arguing for like 3 hours. And the whole office would empty out and end up in our little office to watch us.
Or they would just shuffle in, right? Like
Yeah,
people would
like-
have time and just come by just to watch
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah, and then go back to what they're doing, then come back and listen. You know, we'd get told to shut up every once in a while. My bad, I'd be loud and shit. And
You are a little loud.
it happened, boy. I'll tell you, it'll happen. And yeah, man. So,
Well, thank
so
you for that long ass explanation.
Well, yo, here's the thing, real
Appreciate
quick.
it between
What I
you
found
guys.
out though, I found some shit out. And I don't know how I missed it, but there was like a big old push to cancel Sherman Alexie,
Who's Sherman
and-
Alexie?
the author of the book.
Oh, okay, got you.
And about like some sexual assault allegations or something. And I read the article and I didn't really understand, but I do see that he apologized for whatever it was, and I'm like, all right, that's good enough for me. But at the same time, then I'm like, does that mean we got to change the name of the podcast, or can we because I still also like the idea of the Lone Ranger and Tonto. Because in the show, which I don't know a gang about, but what I know about it, they were like, while they were like, buddies, right?
Homies
They
from
was
two
always
different walks
talking
of
shit
life.
to each other, and there was always some like kind of little snuffs going on every once in a while. And so it was like a funny thing because like in that we be arguing, and like sometimes I feel like I like to play devil's advocate, and sometimes I feel like I get to bait this dude into it, and then then he'll spin around and do it on me, and I think it's real fun in that way, and I don't want to have to change the name. Was that whole point? What do you think, Rob?
I fucks with it. That was y'all got a little sentimental on me there on that one. You got a little deep.
that
So,
sentimental?
what
you think?
for me?
Steve, do we gotta change the name?
We're not changing the name.
No,
what I
no,
thought.
don't change it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Lone Ranger versus
So do we
Tonto's
just?
Heart.
Well, I don't know.
We're gonna write it out. We're gonna write it out because I like this name for a lot of reasons, and I think it's fine, and I think it's vague enough and different enough that most people. I mean, I haven't even really talked to one person who sees the connection. Maybe one, which was the person who gave me the book.
See,
I'm gonna have to read the book now. Now I'm curious.
It's so fucking good, dude.
Is it really?
well, and it's a really vague connection too, and that's on purpose.
And it's
Right.
not a connection in terms of anything deeper than what you fucking said. Right? it's just it was a connection between us. It was a thing that, I mean, really, there was a kind of dichotomy between the two of us, so verses make sense. And coming down from the Lone Ranger and Tonto fist fight in heaven, I was like, you know, I didn't realize Khaleesi has something to say.
Oh boy, she's.
I don't know
over
if y'all
there
can see this,
hey,
but the cat
Khaleesi.
was trying to put her
Khaleesi.
opinion in.
Boy.
Khaleesi ataca. If y'all didn't know, Khaleesi speaks Spanish. That's it. I was just telling her
That'd
what
be
tech.
tight.
She speaks.
Oh, is that what you were saying? Eric, what you think?
I think that a big point of the movie, at least based off of the book, is that we need to learn to forgive ourselves.
I've never seen the movie, so
I'd have to understand more about what the accusation is, and what I understood of it wasn't entirely clear to me. But again, I'm not trying to dismiss anybody's whatever because I don't understand or I didn't see the right article or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to.
I mean, maybe I didn't see the right article,
It
but
just makes me feel like, all right, everybody else is saying we got to cancel this motherfucker. Like if we cancel this fool, does that mean we got to change the name of the show?
No.
I appreciate y'all agreeing,
But-
because that's how I feel too.
oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Let's move on.
All right, let's move on. My bad for getting sentimental.
Yeah, Rob, that wasn't even that sentimental. It got a little
y'all
there.
Got deep. Y'all,
got a little there.
y'all got way too sweet
You
on me,
asked about the
cuz.
names. So
Y'all
it was a
got way
perfect
too
time and
sweet.
I'm
shit.
just like, whose fucking podcast is this right now? Rob's over here asking all the questions and shit.
Y'all
fucking
got
guy.
sweet.
Now
cuz.
we have to fucking add like Lone Ranger versus. Sorry. Yeah, you guys can try that one again.
Y'all
Sorry,
give me
we're
a
live now. I
cavity.
forget
The
that we're
Lone
live.
Ranger versus Guy Steven.
Ooh.
Guy Steven.
Guy
No, that's
Spencer is his
Guy
name.
Spencer.
Not
Spencer.
Guy
I
Spencer.
don't know why I keep thinking Guy Steven.
Well,
That's
because
like the
Guy
third
Spencer
time.
has two first names. That's the difference there.
What's the horse's name of like? I don't know. I'm just trying to think.
Seabiscuit.
See, okay, so I'll be Seabiscuit.
Trigger.
All right, I'm Trigger.
No, Trigger was Lone Ranger's
I'm
horse.
just, I'm just trying to find my place in here, man.
Shut up, my place.
Well, I mean, you
Wasn't
don't
it,
get
or
too
was it
comfortable.
something else?
It ain't permanent.
See what I mean?
I might be making
See what
shit
I
up.
mean? This dude get over here getting all angry and shit. He's getting territorial. Y'all got sweet on me, cuz.
Nah, man.
I mean,
Okay,
Sweet
my
Rob
bad.
is always
I'm
welcome,
playing,
but
I'm playing.
we're just saying, you know, I'm so happy to have you here. Oh shoot, I don't think Rob knows what that means. Did anybody explain it for Rob?
No, we didn't. But in between the break, between trying to figure everything out, one of the things that y'all were talking about was music, and a question that Rob brought up was,
Question I had about music was,
do you remember it?
I do remember. So, what song do you know off the top of the head that you could just rap the whole way through? Because me and Steven were talking about that. Steven,
Gang of them.
no, it's not a gang. I guarantee it's not a gang. Steven,
This guy's written a game. This guy's written a game.
well, it can't be your songs. It has
Still
to
a
be
gang.
like what? Go ahead, give me 3 right now that you could rap off the top of your head, a cappella, the entire song.
Method Man.
No mess ups.
Method Man breakups to makeups.
Yeah, all right, you definitely don't know that one. Go ahead.
You
What's
and I
number
till
2?
the day we
Definitely
die.
don't know that one.
What is it?
Ex-girlfriend, how you been? I see you still trying to fuck with other women, man. Remember when I first met you at my cousin's house? A week later, we was fucking on your mama's couch.
Ooh.
It's been said that big
Ooh.
girls, they don't cry. But they damn sure lie. Look you in the eye saying you they only. You and I, till the day we die, said you'd never leave me lonely.
Lonely.
Fly tenderoni, but you're phony. Should've
Only.
listened what my mama told me. Soon as I
Ooh.
turned my back, you trying to fuck my homies.
Ooh.
That was then, this is now. I got a new friend. Ever since I cut them loose ends, you wanna bone me. Add strife to my life. Pussy that'll make you think twice about leaving. The wife even. Picture that. You ain't want me when you had me. Now you want your third baby daddy. And you hate to see the homie happy. Though you trying mad ways to trap me. Looking at my girl nasty. Trying to throw the pussy at me.
Oh, that was nice. I ain't mad at it. That was tight.
You asked the wrong person that question. This dude knows.
You fucked up.
fucking catalogs.
You messed up some of the lyrics, but it's cool. What's number 2?
I edited it for the radio and because I'm not black, so I can't say the N word. But
What's
shout
number-
out to Method Man.
Shout out Method Man. Shout out Method.
I mean, you can't. You don't.
What's
You got
number
that
2?
respect.
That was
That's absolutely right.
that was a smooth censorship though.
2. Can I get a number
Second
2?
song.
Oh shit, a second song?
I said 3.
Oh, you did say 3. Let me think.
Give us less. How about not start? at
I'm
the
curious as to
beginning?
why
Give
you
us-
know like that one though. I don't even think I've heard that joint before.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I'm just saying. Don't
Rob,
get mad at me.
With
Damn.
D'Angelo?
Don't
With
jump me.
D'Angelo on it?
You
Boy.
heard that joint.
Okay, I might.
Justin just puts his own little like taste on it because, like I said, you just fucking asked for the catalog from a rapper that he's got his own fucking catalog, and then on top of that, all the ones that he like
I
influenced.
know so
from
many
there.
that it's hard to think about.
Just off the
What's
top
your
of the
favorite?
dome.
Let's
Well,
give him
well,
a break to think. Steven, what's your song?
I'm not gonna rap it, but it's
what is it?
give me the loot.
Ooh, give me the loot. Give me that paper.
And I don't
boo-boo.
even, like I said, I don't even know if I can hit 100% of all that shit.
Sprinkle
Not even
that
because
paper.
of like Justin's cool excuses. I can't do any of those either. But then I also just don't know some of the fucking words because, you know,
Can I hear a verse, or at least like
No,
6? I can't
I'm
even
not
hear
doing
a few
that.
bars. No,
Mr. Slow Flow. Evidence.
Oh,
I'd have to hear the beat just to know how it starts.
and that's the hard part that I was telling Rob. Like, if you give me just even the beat, I could probably do way better if you than a cappella.
I mean, I took
And if you
state
give
and
me the
beat.
song, I can do
Rob,
a lot
can-
more.
I took state and beatboxing. Let me know if you want me to drop
You
something. on
didn't
here.
take
I took
state
state.
and
I got trophies.
Rob,
I
I
got
know you were the
trophies for
runner-up.
beatboxing.
I knew you were the runner-up.
I knew you were the runner.
I'll tell you what. I gotta go pay. So you do your
Good.
thing real quick, and then I'm gonna go. Oh shit!
I could smoke a whole eighth in a spliff. Some call it a problem, but I call it a gift. Hit the clutch, then I start to shift. Turn it up, light my Dutch, then start to drip. Lost Angel, West Side Rider, the official 405 Friday, sound provider, underground hitman, hard to hire. Get unsigned death threats written in typewriters. Poetic, I'm that type of rider. Got that don't call me, I'll call you type of fire. Fake it till you make it. Such a good liar. Headliners used to not make the flyers. 401k, and I don't mean retire. Stay loose, still walk all day. I'm
All
in
right.
denial.
Help me out with
Peace
this
ain't
one.
the
Help me
word
out.
to
Oh,
play.
he's got it.
It's-
He's got it.
Peace ain't the word to play. It's violence. I ain't have shit good to say, so here's silence.
Help me out with this one, Justin. Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Crack a donin'. Now I'm yawning.
Yeah.
Wipe the cold out
From
my
my
eye.
eyes.
See who's this paging me?
And why?
It's the
Man,
pot
Pops.
from the barber shop. Heard he was in the gambling spot. Heard the
Heard
intricate plot. Heard he fly. Oh shoot! This is the part I fuck up. Help me! Help me! Help me!
That's the part I fucked
Fly,
up
baby,
too.
lib something. Don't chill. Drop the caper.
Rob, pick it up.
Time to get the paper. Get off my blue.
Slow down, love. Slow down, love.
Yeah, I was about to freestyle, boy.
You got this one. You know who the fuck is this?
paging me at 5:46 in the morning.
Crack a donin'.
Now I'm yawning.
Just start over now. Oh, that's not the lyric. My
That's
bad.
not the lyric, but
So that was yours.
that was yours, Rob. What do
That's
you
it.
got?
Yeah, I got like
Me?
a half verse in. So, like I said, I'm not. That wasn't the one. Give me the loot. I don't know that. I love that song. I don't want to fuck it up. I can't do that live. I'm gonna just fuck it up.
Yeah, no,
I
I,
love
mean,
it
I was,
too much.
I was just curious. My bad. I put you on the spot and stuff. But
Yeah, what about you?
boy, I'm like a jukebox.
Is that right, huh?
Up here,
What you got?
all the songs. I got too many. That's what I got.
Jingle Bell Rock.
I ain't got that one in the jukebox. I ain't got that one in the jukebox. That's it. But no, seriously. Oh man.
Gun to your head right now. Boom.
Gun to my
Life or
head.
death. You got to do one.
Can I pick like a R&B song, like a oldies joint?
Sure.
Well, I'm like a old school kind of cat. You know what I mean? Let's see.
And then you wait forever to do it?
I know.
I already know my own school joint right now.
What about like
Me and Mrs. Jones.
regulators?
Oh, regulators. is
That's
cool.
one of those ones.
That's a hard one to go all the way through, though. There's a few Nate Dogg spots where
It
I
was
don't
a
even know what he
clear black
says.
night, a clear white moon. When G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts from the east, so I could get some funk just rolling in my ride.
Chilling out.
Chilling on the what?
See, that's what I'm saying. Right?
You right.
There's a few
Yeah,
of
you
them that,
right,
that,
you
that
right.
you just roll with it.
Right.
Just hit the east side on the
LBC
LBC on the mission trying to find
Mr. Robbie G.
You know, like you just gotta ride
See
through,
the
and that's
car full of
you
girls,
gotta.
ain't no need
So
to
what do you
tweet.
know for sure? Boom, all the way through. What you lying ass?
Man. That is tough. Oh, yep. What's up, cuz? I know Neon Moon all the way through. Hit me with it.
All right, that's country. Boy, you said hip hop song. I thought.
Do you want me to rap it for you? I'll rap
You
it
told
for
me
you.
what song can you rap? You want me to rap?
Give us a rap cover of Neon
That'd be
Moon.
hard as fuck. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Hey yo, watch my broken dreams float down the. I tried. I couldn't even think of the.
I don't even know how it goes anymore.
broken dreams. Oh, in and out of the beams of a neon moon.
Ooh, got him.
Whoa.
Sound like Vanilla Ice, boy.
What's up?
Vanilla
Hit me
Ice.
with it.
Vanilla Ice. Fucking vanilla. Anyways, number 3. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl look good. I would call her. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" parlor. I wish I was like 6'9" so I could get with Yoshi, cause she don't know me, but Yoshi really fine. And yo, I see her all the time, everywhere I go, and even in my dreams, I can see the ways to make her mine. Cause I know she's living fat. Her boyfriend's tall and he plays ball, so how am I gonna compete with that? Cause when it comes to playing basketball, I'm always last to be picking. Some occasions never picked at all. So I just sit up in the wall. I sit up in the bleachers with the rest of the girls that came to watch they man ball. Damn, y'all, I never understood why the jocks get the fly girls and me, I get the hood rats. I tell them scat, skittles, skabobble. Got hit with a bottle, ended up in the hospital for talking that mess. I confess, it's a shame when you're living in a city that's the size of a box and nobody knows your name. Glad I came to my senses. Fuck, I lost it. That's crazy. I thought I knew that one for sure.
Shout out
Idiot
to
online.
Lola Renee for Neon Moon. Gangsta as fuck.
Hey.
Shout out Lola. Shout out Sissy Poo. That's my Sissy Poo right
Thanks
there.
for watching, y'all. What we got going on with oh, you didn't bring me a beer, right? You just gonna, that's cool.
I'll get you a Tecate.
Hey, you
Yo.
know what? Whatever, chef special, my dude. I really appreciate you.
You know it's going to be a Truly.
Fuck. If that's what you feel like bringing, I'm gonna appreciate it.
I wouldn't even
No,
be mad at a Truly.
just the same.
I wouldn't even be mad
Don't
at
even
a Truly.
trip. I'm glad you didn't bring a Truly, my dude, but you could have, just so you know.
Tecate.
Thank you.
Also, while your eyes were closed and you were rapping, I asked everybody if anybody needed a beer, and I didn't want to interrupt you. So that's why I didn't
So you
get you
decided not to, huh?
to not interrupt you.
Favorite.
But then you stopped the rap, and I probably should have. It probably would have been better for you, so you wouldn't have been embarrassed like you embarrassed yourself like you did. So
If you don't,
my
I do
bad.
not
If that's what
embarrass
you're mad
myself.
about, dude, just be mad about
Hold
that.
up, I went two for three, and I got to the end of that first verse.
you
That
had
was
like half the
close.
lyrics wrong. What you
And
talking
fuck,
about?
get the
Fred?
fuck out of here, boy. That song came out in goddamn 1994, 1995 maybe.
He's always about 1 year off. Can we get a check on that one?
Okay, 2 questions.
I'm going 1995.
2 questions while he's searching.
What was the song that we're talking about?
I wish Skilo.
I wish.
SKEE-LO.
I wish by Carl Thomas. Ooh, that's the track right there.
So what are you gonna sing, boy?
Oh.
Guns to your head right now. You gotta rap something.
Ooh, maybe some. Who is that?
One verse
that's-
all the way through.
Donnell Jones.
It's a
1995.
quarter past 3, girl. What's it gonna be?
Shorty got eyes on me.
Hey, even talking
Let's
to the girl.
God, what you
This fool don't know
gonna do?
nothing. Sorry.
Steve got lost.
My bad,
Steve
y'all.
got lost in the lights.
What was the year that you said?
I was rapping Biggie in my
I
head
said
the whole time.
95,
I was just
final
looking
answer.
at y'all like,
95.
yeah.
95. I'm nasty.
June 27, 1995.
Always one or plus.
Nasty.
Always one or plus or one.
That was a 0.
Fuck, I can't talk plus or minus one. Got me all singing. I fucking thinking about rap lyrics and shit. I can't talk normal.
I know that's right. I was gonna ask you. I had a question. Favorite Mexican beer? Go.
Modelo.
If you had a Corona, a
Modelitos.
Modelo, a Tecate. Are you just a Modelo or a Modelo Negra kind of guy?
What am I doing?
It's a good question.
Okay, it's a sunny day. We're in Robb's backyard. We're about to toss some horseshoes. Music is
My
blaring.
beer doesn't even change for this though. My
Music is
same
blaring.
answer.
What are
First
you
question,
drinking?
second question.
Good old
Modelo
Modelo.
Especial.
Especial.
EST.
Modelit, por favor.
Hey, man.
Gracias,
I mean,
señor.
Either way,
Ooh, you hear me? I'm a fucking rapper in Spanish too, y'all.
'Kay.
Shit.
I got another question. Question number 2.
it's okay. I don't need to answer the first one.
Hit me with your thoughts on. Hit me with your thoughts on aliens, man.
He still against you. Oh, god damn it.
I mean, aliens are there.
Are they interdimensional travelers, or are they like
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Are they traveling?
NASA's listening.
In our
Probably.
in our dimension, just from
Probably.
probably what?
That there are interdimensional alien travelers. Probably.
What do you mean probably? There either is or there isn't. Right now, go.
There is.
Got him.
I mean, the fucking universe is gigantic.
Hell
To
yeah.
say there isn't
I don't know if
is
there's I
the
don't know if
wrong
there-
answer. It's just like the probability. So when I say like probability, it's because the universe is fucking massive. Or not not even universe. Our universe is massive. And then our universe, it just is expanding more and more, and
How many football fields do you think the universe is?
a couple universes.
Ooh, you know what? Maybe about
50
about 11
Yeah,
football
I was
fields.
thinking that.
At
be
least
would be-
fit
would-
11, yeah.
Yeah. That's probably how.
Like our solar system is like
I ain't the
puny.
smartest guy on the planet, but I think it might be a little bit bigger than 5011. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
been 11 hellameters, boy. That's how many hellameters it is.
hella meters.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have a millimeter, then you have a hellameter.
Rob, let me ask you
How far
this.
is a hellameter?
Rob, let me
It's
ask you
fucking
this.
Hellameters, my guy.
Are you familiar with the equation E equals MC squared?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And any idea, if your best guess, what do those letters stand for in that equation?
I'm just gonna say elephants are equal to.
He's got it.
Can I make a phone call?
To a limited few.
Lifeline? Do I
Yeah,
get a
go for it. Who
lifeline?
you calling?
All right, we'll give you a second to think about it, real quick. While he's
I'm
figuring that
offended
out,
you didn't say me.
a hellameter is 6.214 times 10 to the 23 power miles.
That doesn't sound like
Fucking
enough.
hella long.
That is hella long.
No,
but
that's
that doesn't
really
sound like
long.
long enough.
I
Though.
mean, maybe not for your description of what we were talking about, but a hellameter is,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, no, that's what
That's
they
like
call
about
it.
the measurement that you would be working with, because like
So it could be
hellameters
said
like
that the
up
universe was hella meters wide, because that's about the size of the universe.
Get the fuck out of here, boy! I'm out here motherfucking dropping knowledge, B. I'm like the motherfucking encyclopedia. You guys remember Encyclopedia Brown?
Yes.
That's me, fool. Like, I know it all. I'm like the detective, and I figure this shit out. Fuck, I'm nasty, dude. Sometimes, bro, I think I'm Nostradamus, to be honest. I might be predicting shit. You guys ask me right now about your future. I got you.
You're pissing me off.
What's up? Somebody asked about your future.
Miss Cleo was good over there
Boy, you about to be successful.
with that.
What you got?
With that long ass hair.
I see success in your future. What you got? Success it is, boy. I see success for y'all, mother. What y'all watching? I see success in your eyes, boy. Everybody gonna be successful. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? If you,
Let me hit that real quick.
The thing is Nostradamus always looked forward to try to figure it out, and instead, I'm gonna project the shit. Know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I hear you. I
Man,
hear
fuck
you.
y'all. I'm about to be spiritual as a motherfucker in like 20 minutes.
God damn. Well, shit.
What did Nostradamus wear?
A robe, probably.
Oh, fuck. I gotta buy a robe.
And a beard.
I imagine he had one of those hats that looks like
He
a
wore.
pie.
He wore a beard. You have to have a beard.
Do you have one of them hats that looks like a pie?
You're talking about a fedora,
That's not the one. That's not
That
at
ain't
all
it.
what I was talking about.
a beret.
Ooh, nope, that's not the one either.
No.
It's gonna be a name I've never heard, so just make some shit up and I'll go, oh yeah, that one.
Orange. What does orange mean?
45.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, orange means 45, right?
Yep.
Anyways, what's up, y'all?
We was talking about interdimensional travel, and y'all kind of.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. Interdimensional beings? All day.
Yeah. Do you think aliens are like humanoids, or do you think they're like some stuff that we can't even really grasp, like a blob of just some stuff?
I bet just like on like Star Wars and Star Trek and shit, there's like different kinds of races. I bet it's all different kinds of motherfuckers. And I bet there's not a huge difference in evolution though.
No, I was just about to touch on that. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
Well, and I say that because like even in evolution, you'll notice that like in different species, like species will like lose shit and then re-evolve it. or like other species will evolve shit that's already been done 100 times. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like it's a totally
Eyes.
different species.
Look at like a bunch of shit we share with like across the fucking board in just Earth, right? Like eyes, lungs, fucking cold blood, warm blood, like shit like
bacteria-
that. Like we share
bacteria and
so
shit?
many traits across fucking species. It's wild. So of course, like I would think that somebody from another part of the world, because the bottom line is
But
the
do you
same
think
elements
so?
are combining just in different environments to make these fucking evolutionary things that grow and fucking do all the things. So the fucking recipe uses the same ingredients, right? But it's just made in a different way because it's made in a different place, in my opinion. And maybe it's fucking real, but I just don't believe that we're that special, that we're the only ones out here that those ingredients got fucking mixed together in the fucking perfect environment to create life like we know it, right? Because life, like we could also think of like a fucking alien thing that is
You ever
so
seen
foreign,
aliens?
right?
Have you ever seen any?
No. I haven't seen
Not
any
even
aliens.
close. Not even like.
You ever seen some weird stuff?
You ever know anybody
Aliens?
that's seen aliens?
I feel like you're asking. 'cause
Or
you've seen some weird
UFOs or
stuff.
something.
You ever seen
Yeah, I
some
feel
weird
like
stuff?
this is a loaded question.
No.
I think I'm one of
asking
those.
No, I haven't seen no aliens.
I think I'm one of those.
The hell was that?
I've felt more like an
Aliens, what?
alien than I've ever
Hold on.
seen one.
You are an alien. Boy, I thought you meant you had an alien story. Damn it, I want to hear somebody who's seen aliens.
Why would you think I
before.
had an alien story? I
Maybe
didn't
a
have an
UFO
alien
story? Hey, one time I saw this UFO. It was fucking crazy.
Hey,
Took my cow and shit.
Hey.
I don't know what white people do.
hey, real life.
I mean, that's.
I'm just totally just kidding. Sorry.
Hey, real life. My mom, she's seen a UFO before.
See, that's what the fuck I'm talking
See,
about.
But
she-
also, see, I can't believe Rob for a fucking
No, I'm
second.
dead ass serious.
I can't
so
believe
I don't know
this
the
fucking
entire.
dude for
I don't know the
a
entire.
goddamn second.
I don't know the entire story. Hey, God ain't got nothing to do with it. But she told me. Well, she didn't tell me. The story is, so my dad was living up in Wyoming, because that's where he was working at. He was working up that way, and this was a long time ago. Obviously, this is, I think when my oldest sister Lola was just a wee lad, and my mom went up there. She went to go visit my dad one time, and they got in some kind of fight. Woo woo, got into stuff, and she was like, "All right, I'm leaving. I'm heading back. I'm heading back to Denver." Yada yada. He said, "All right, then leave." She leaves. She gets in the car. She drives, and she gets, I don't know, maybe like 10, 15 minutes go by. She shows back up, just white as a ghost. And he's like, "What's going on? You all right?" Yada yada. And she's like, no. Like, she's kind of like stuttering. Like, I seen something. There was this thing that was floating through, and they was making like a whistling sound. Why are you looking at me like that?
Boy, feel stop your bullshit.
How was
I'm
that sound so good?
I'm dead ass serious. And yeah,
Practice
she
on.
freaked out. Long story short, she never ended up going back to Denver
Don't
because
you
she was
ever
scared.
whistle like that around me again.
But dead ass serious. Next time we see my mom, ask her about that story.
I'm gonna ask her if she don't do the same whistle.
I don't think anybody can do that same
I'm
whistle
fucking
except for
idiot.
Rob Senior. Except for Rob Senior, baby could do that same whistle. But you ask him about the story. See what he says first.
Oh, my dad has stories for days.
Ooh, I'll see what he says first. You're right. I gotta ask everybody separately, boy.
He has
'cause-
stories
Oh,
for
that was the other
days.
thing I wanted to say about the podcast, but we'll bring that up at the end.
What? So you got no alien stories?
Me? Oh, Steve,
Alien stories? No,
I'll tell you a crazy ass alien story if
Eric?
you want to hear it.
no.
Eric, you don't got no alien stories?
What about like chupacabras, Bigfoot?
Nah, I mean the only one that I do have is I rented an Airbnb one time, and the owners were there when we got there. They were still cleaning. I was there for like an hour with them. It was a pain in the ass. I got there. The guy was like, "Yo, help me throw away this hot tub real quick." So I had to lift the hot tub over a fence. But while they're fucking finishing cleaning, the husband is outside with me. He was like, "Oh man, like, you ever seen an alien? Oh, this is a great spot," because it was like out in Evergreen. He was like, "This is a great spot to look for aliens. I seen them out here." One time I was with my brother. We're out by like by Waterworld, and then we saw a thing flying over it with green lights, and then we're like, "What the fuck was that?" And like we blinked, and it was like 30 miles down south, and we're like, "What is happening?" And that's the only alien story I got.
Wait. So your alien story is some crackhead's alien story that you seen in Evergreen?
Yes.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. I can't believe nobody has an alien story that's firsthand.
I told you I got some alien stories. If you want me to hit you with it, I'll hit you with it. Right now.
Boy. Well,
I got some Bigfoot stories. I got some chupacabra stories.
well, you ain't got no big
I got a
stories with
Llorona
your lying
story.
ass.
A Llorona story. Boy, I got all of them. Let me know which one you want. I don't want you. You know, I live up the road from this undisclosed area, so
I
I
would
don't
ask
want you
you,
showing
but-
up at my house all scared.
Yeah, I would ask you, but I gotta sleep tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you can go ahead and keep those stories. Just kidding. Anyways,
So should we get serious? Should we talk about serious shit going on, or should we just keep
Yeah,
this
sure.
fun?
no, what do you got?
What the fuck is going on in this country? I mean, even not following politics.
Do you,
There were like,
have you guys seen Candace Owens? Her new post. Do you guys see what's going on with Cardi B and Candace Owens?
Oh boy, I don't be paying attention.
You haven't seen what's going on with Cardi B and Candace Owens?
Boy.
You haven't
For
seen
what?
none of that?
Why?
I don't know. You brought
only
up
fuck
politics,
with Cardi
and I was
B
just-
and WAP, and so that's it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I had this conversation before. I don't really follow a lot of celebrities like that. If they make the news, I see the headlines.
Right.
I'm
I
not
don't
even
be
sure who
following
the other
shit.
person you're talking about. I don't know who that is.
Who? Cardi?
No, I
Candace
know who
Owens.
Cardi fucking B is. I mean,
You don't know Candace?
who?
Candace
Candace who?
Owens. She's
Like,
the,
is she married to Terrell Owens?
No, she's the niece. She's the niece of the auntie's baby's fathers of Jesse Owens, the Olympic runner.
That's tight. I don't know Jesse Owens.
I don't know if that's true or not, but it sounded tight. You don't know who Candace Owens is for real? Look up Candace Owens on some YouTube. She drops some knowledge.
She's a Republican.
She's
and
a conservative.
no.
She's an African American conservative. She knows her shit. She's very smart, very nice young lady.
She sounds good
She does sound really good.
Why does she sound good?
because she's articulate.
She's very articulate. She's just a nice young lady. It sounds like she knows what she's talking about. But anyways, her and
It does sound like
her and
that.
Cardi B are in some sort of
do
feud.
sound like that
Yeah,
for sure.
Her and Cardi B are in some sort of feud. Just look it up. It won't be hard to find. Tell me.
I'm sure it won't be.
Tell me what you think.
She's employed by Fox News.
No.
This is
Who's her employer? Who's
the
getting her
last
on
tweet
this?
or
Go
the
ahead.
first tweet that shows up when you
ahead.
Google Candace Owens. Instead of defund the police, they should just come out right out and say let more impoverished black people die. No need to get linguistically creative, and the lab's objectives are plainly obvious. So that's what we're working with.
Tell me what you think about that, Rob.
That what? Say that again. That was way too many big words for me to even comprehend right now.
That was like
She
2.5 too many
sounds-
big
see
words
what,
for
see
me.
what I
too.
mean? Very articulate.
Yeah.
I don't even know
Yeah.
what the hell she said.
Very articulate.
It
I didn't
sounded
understand
nice,
what she
though.
said. It must
sounded
sound
nice.
great.
Sounds good.
Jeez.
It's true though.
Say that one more again.
She said,
Boy, that
Instead
sound like my belly after them chili beans last night.
instead of defund the police, they should just come right out and say, let more impoverished black people die. That sounded bad out of context. No need to get linguistically creative. The left's objectives are plainly obvious.
I still don't know. Yeah, that's hard for me to comprehend. I need like a back. I need to know what the hell she's talking about.
You need a footnote.
I need a footnote.
My guy needs a footnote.
I need a yeah,
I need spark notes on that tweet real quick.
yeah. That's it.
Can I get spark notes on
Somebody
the
break
tweet?
that down.
So what she's
In regular language.
she's implying that defunding the police
Yeah.
leads to the death of people that are poor, specifically the black ones.
So how you feel about that?
I mean, I think I've made my point clear on police before, and I'm sure you weren't there, but I don't want to go into it too far and nothing again. But I mean,
Be careful
def-
what you say, boy. You know I'm
No.
a police officer. You know I work for the FBI,
you
so
are
be
not
careful
no
what you say.
popo. There ain't no popo here, at least right now. And nah, man. I think these motherfuckers should be trained more. And I get that means that, well, maybe not more money, but at least this money they're delegating to nonsense, I think they should put it in training. They should be trained more. And they should have continuous training. And they
What
should
type of
never
training?
Stop training.
What type of training?
All kinds of training. Psychological training of just understand. You know what? The military goes through this kind of training because they deal with this stuff with a whole culture that they don't understand, and they have to understand it before they go in there. That's why we're pretty good at least on the surface, we're pretty good at like in-person type of stuff. They're pretty good of keeping civilians safe and shit like that. It's important to our reputation over there.
Right.
And so, you know, believe it or not, most of the time, motherfuckers are cool, right? In those kinds of senses. And because a lot of their training, they go through a lot of psychological type of training. They go through like you know, chaos training and shit like that. And in that same way, these cops should be put through more of that. But I get the idea behind motherfuckers talking about defund the police. If there was something else to replace, because motherfuckers are just going to take advantage of opportunities. Of course, there has to be something, but that was never the point of defund the police. Was never the point of getting rid of a structure that maintains peace and order and stuff like that. It's about doing it a different way than the police itself, I believe, as far as maybe that's how I understand it. And so in that, what she's saying, if defund the police means get rid of police completely and everybody just, it's the Wild West, then yeah, I'm sure the hood will pop off. You know what I'm saying? And she would be correct, but that's not what they're talking about when they're talking about defund the police. And I think that's rhetoric that she's using to convince motherfuckers that also don't understand what they mean when they say defund the police.
I feel like Steven was about to chime in.
No, I got nothing to say about that bullshit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, to comment on what you kind of brought up earlier was it does feel like a civil war
No, that's just typical.
brewing.
That's just typical conservative shit, though. I'm like
Disagree.
What do you disagree about?
There's just some like fucking heavy shit going on, like on the streets out there, and some shit where, I mean, it's national news to know what happened in Kenosha.
Oh, yeah.
It's national news to know what happened in Portland, and both of those are on either side of this issue, and things were dealt with quite differently in each case, which it's hard to even compare because it's hard to compare outliers, right? Outliers don't compare to the average. That's why they're outliers. And that's what we see in the news, right? And I understand that. But we see that on top of other things going on with the police where people are resigning because they put fucking bags over like people's heads and shit. Entire fucking staff resigning because of that.
Yeah, but I mean, one of the things too that I think that all of that people are like leading to stuff, and I know they think they did it here. I know that they did it in New York for sure, and I'm sure they've done it a gang of places where they as like a measure, they have cops banned from doing any kind of like submissions that have to do with control, especially around the neck and stuff like that. But I'll tell you, as somebody that does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, one of the safest ways to control somebody is around that way. You just need to be trained to do it. And the idea of everybody in every situation should be this idea of like, yo, every once in a while there is crazy motherfuckers, and somebody's got to do something, because I don't want to fucking go deal with crazy motherfuckers. That's how you get shot. Seen it happen. My dad's a motherfucker that likes to deal with crazy motherfuckers, and I don't know how many times he's put himself in danger. And I ain't about that life, like, just for like, because some motherfuckers are just going crazy. Maybe they're having a bad day. I'm not blaming them even, you know. But some motherfuckers in the hood, when you get desperate and you give up, you go crazy. And it's like you let go of different things, and somebody's got to be there to at least respond to these fools. But the fools who respond should not be responding with aggression. It should be with empathy and understanding, and you know what I mean. And I'll tell you that they do that with white people all the time. Like videos of it, reports forever. They do it all the time, and for some reason, and I'm sure sometimes it does go funny for white people as well. They're not just, it's not exclusive or nothing. But majority, if you look at it, it's like when these situations go down in those same situations, people, minorities, black people, brown people, red people, everybody get different. It's a different statistic and it's most of it comes from these motherfuckers don't understand each other. So those motherfuckers are threatened by everything this motherfucker does. It's not the same way as like when two people understand some shit, and they should have more training. But again, I get motherfuckers who have another solution. You know? I'm just saying the solution that makes the most sense in my mind is that this is what we got. The structure is built. So instead of taking it all down, let's restructure it real quick with what we have here, because the framework isn't entirely terrible. If you could get more training in that motherfucker and get more fucking psychological training, and sure, maybe other motherfuckers disagree, and maybe, you know, but that's how I feel
Let me
about
just
that
ask
shit.
you this: if
What's
your
up?
fucking house is built on a foundation that you later found out that like that shit's fucking rotten, it's just rotten. Like there's no way that you can have this house on that foundation. And you can keep fixing it. You can keep fucking putting plaster on the walls.
No, but that's not what's going on.
that is what's going
No,
on. The
not
fucking
at all.
foundation of
Not
the,
at all.
of the
What-
police is rotten.
What they did is they
The
built
foundation of the police is rotten.
They built a house.
Look
and
at the
instead,
fucking history of the
they-
police, dude.
yes,
Look
they
at
built-
the history of where they're built from in our country, in even
Yes,
other
I hear you.
countries.
Let me hit
and
you.
they're
Let me
built
hit you
on
with
a
your-
rotten foundation. We need to reset this foundation because there are good people out there that want to do good police work in their mind of what good police work is, which in my mind is the same thing. But it's not possible on a foundation that is fucking rotten as shit.
Here's what I'm saying is that the foundation is this policing idea. That's just a word, and
No.
we apply that word to that. And if anything, it's a socialist idea. So it's hilarious that the socialist
Wrong.
Yes, it absolutely is. What
Look
do you
at
mean
the
it's not
history of the-
socialist? We
look
pay
at the
for
history
it.
of the police. Look
We
at the
pay
history of
for
the
it.
police.
We pay for it. And the government handles it. That's socialism.
Okay, Justin, before I tell you to look at the
The
history,
fire
again, have
department
you?
is socialism too, but you know what? They go through a lot more fucking training.
So I'm going to ask you again. Have you read up on the history of the police and where they started
Look,
in
no.
our country?
If
Have
this-
you? Answer the fucking question, dude.
Yes, dude, I know that there have been some places where the police started because to round up slaves.
Some.
Uh-huh.
What are some?
The ones in the fucking South.
Which is a quarter of our country.
Uh-huh.
And police in...
Where everybody's still racist as fuck. Like you're saying it like it's this big old thing, like we're supposed to just boycott the South.
Well, no, that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm also saying that it's not just the South. It was all over the fucking place. The South is known for it, but it's all over the place where the police were used, and in greater regard beyond just slaves, but immigrants as well. The police were used across the West and the
Sure.
fucking North to do the same fucking shit. And until fucking Prohibition, when they started cracking down on people and they started, well, really they started realizing that they've gotten enough out of the immigrant labor that they've abused because they couldn't use slave labor anymore, right? And so they use immigrant labor. Oh, don't fucking talk to me about, oh, you want to get all serious.
No,
This
I
guy's
don't.
upset.
To be honest, I don't even want to argue with you about it. Keep going. My bad.
Keep going. I'm not going to keep going. That's the end. You're not going to argue with. I think I won. That's the fucking spike of the football, I think, buddy.
Maybe you won.
Ooh, buddy.
Maybe.
One over here.
Maybe you did. I don't agree with you though, so I don't know what you won.
Uh-oh.
Agree with me on what?
I don't agree that this house's foundation is rotten. I think
Tell
the
me
house,
why the police is
Man,
not.
can I use your same analogy? In that same analogy, I think that it's the house that was built on the foundation that's fucked up. But the foundation, you can build all kinds of things off of. So what's happening is everybody's been trying to knock down this fucking house and rebuild it because it was built fucked up. And instead, everybody just peels the fucking thing off and then they give it new paint and they act like they did something and they move on. And nothing's ever been changed about it, right? And I think that there's an opportunity to actually change some shit where you can remodel a house. You've seen them houses in the north side where you can't get a motherfucking couch through it, and all of a sudden they rip through the whole shit. They turn it into some fucking weird-ass mansion thing, and all of a sudden it's around something. I'm not saying that is exactly what we should do, but we have this. It's way harder to fucking destroy everything, including the foundation, and start over, because you have to have the acceptance of the populace, and half of the fucking populace, at least, doesn't fuck with that at all.
Wrong. So first of all, gentrification tells you that that shit's wrong. You can fucking scrape something that's worth better.
What does gentrification have to do with,
that you
what
can
we're talking
this
about
housing
here?
fucking analogy? You can scrape something off and fucking build something worth way more in a place like that.
That's not the point, dude. That was
really?
not the point. That was definitely
The point
not
is
the
you're
point.
also missing the whole fucking part of it is that because Rob, you've been to a house that's been remodeled, right? And then you see the fucking crack down the basement wall. It was remodeled 6 months ago, and there's a fucking crack down the drywall in the house where you're like, it's remodeled. It looks fucking beautiful upstairs. It was remodeled 6 months ago, and there's a crack down the fucking entire wall of the fucking drywall was put in 6 months ago. What do you feel about that house?
The point is, man, is if
it's
the
the
house
foundation.
Is
You're talking about the.
You're talking about the house was
missing
fucked
the
up. That's what I'm
analogy,
trying to tell
buddy.
you. I'm telling you.
No, it's not about the
No,
house
not
being
the
fucked up.
analogy, buddy. I'm telling you
It's
that the house
about
was
the
fucked up.
base of this
and
shit.
if you rebuild the house, then the house ain't fucked up no more. Foundation's fine.
Wrong.
Well,
Wrong.
Cool.
Foundation is the
so,
inside of the
yes,
house
I
that you
hear-
can't just
yo.
fucking keep doing these neoliberal fucking
You're telling me the
cover-ups
first-
of like
Dude.
let's fucking do the shit you guys were talking about in the training where it's like that's not really gonna fucking work because
are
it's
a
just like
fucking
these
idea
pretend
since the
bullshit.
beginning of time, and everybody has a different fucking name for them. But you know why? Because motherfuckers are crazy sometimes. Shit. And of course, the majority of motherfuckers are not crazy. Everybody else is cool, just trying to get by. We're trying to avoid crazy motherfuckers. But you know what happens when you put people in a big ass fucking city? Is like there's a gang of motherfuckers.
So
And some motherfuckers are crazy.
yeah.
You want me to deal with it, boy? I remember one time we was.
I
at
would
motherfucking-
rather have you.
I
deal
remember.
with it.
I remember one time
Yes.
we was at Lee's house. Shout out to the
This is
homie
why
Lee.
I'd rather
Shout
have
out to
you
the
deal
homie
with
Lee.
it, probably,
One
because
time
you
we were at the
solved all
homie
this
Lee's
shit.
house, right? And
Lovely. Shout out to Lee.
Shout out
he
Lee.
lived in the hood, right? Cool house though. House off the hook.
Are you talking about the one over in the Westwood?
Monica still lived there.
Oh, I love
Sorry.
that house.
Sorry
Great
to bring
house.
all that up, but that's not the point, right? What's happened is this was like during Occupy.
Did you drink my Tecate?
Right? And these motherfuckers, some motherfuckers across the street came through and went to the alley that's right next to their house. There's a dumpster right like fucking 20 feet from their bedroom. And these fools started bucking at the trash can. There's like a whole gang of like 8 of these fools, right?
Bucking out the trash can?
Yeah, run over across the street, run into the alley, right there, boom, start bucking into the trash can. Right? Then they go back and they do this shit like 3, 4, 5 times, and Monica's getting scared. But Monica's like nervous, of course. She's nervous. It's right by her fucking bed. These fools are fucking acting all funny. So I try to do the fucking cool thing, and I'm like, I'll call the police. Right?
Right
And
on,
so
my
I
dude.
call 911, and I
Appreciate
let them know what was up.
Appreciate it.
And they tell me, we'll get somebody over there eventually. And I'm like, well, eventually my ass. These fools are walking out. They're about to shoot right now. And then now like 2 or 3 of these motherfuckers are shooting. Now they're all shooting different angles now. And I'm just, you could just, you can hear it, but I don't know which direction they're shooting. Maybe they're all being safe as fuck, shooting only towards the fucking garage that's not theirs. You know what I mean? With cars in it that aren't theirs, but nobody's in there. Right, so maybe they're doing that, but I don't know what the fuck is going on. These fools are popping off. Homegirl's getting fucking nervous. Lee's getting fucking nervous. Everybody's getting nervous as fuck. So I'm like on the phone with these fools. We waited like, I think I called 3 times, fool, and we waited for like 40 minutes, and these fools never came. And in that time, these fools bucked at least 30-something shots each.
Damn.
And eventually, and we're in the middle of the city, y'all. Right? And so eventually, I'm like, I call these fools and I'm like, look, I know y'all got somebody. If you ain't going to tell these fools to stop bucking, I'm about to walk over there and tell them to stop bucking. And they're like, no, don't walk over there, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nah. You could let your dispatch, let them motherfuckers know I'm on my way over there.
Sir, do not tell them to
I'm
stop
on the
bucking.
phone. Yo, I'm on the phone and I'm walking across the street.
Sir, we told you do not start bucking.
Yo, I'm on the phone and I start walking across and I get outside and a fucking cop drives by right there. Headlights off, the whole joint. Just drives by real slow, sees me, doesn't slow down, doesn't give a fuck. He knew what address we were supposed to be at. Homeboy on the phone is like, officer said he's there now and nothing's going on as he's passing by. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's so whack, fool. And we didn't end up telling them fools they must have just ran out of bullets, poor thing. It's
The last
man.
time I called the police, the
boy-
only time I called the police was fucking on some
That was
shooting
probably
shit.
the last time I called them, to be honest.
That was the
And that
only
was
time I've ever called the police. I
when it was
realized that was
Occupy, and it was just for them. You know what I mean? Because they were all nervous, and I happened to be over there, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll call them, because they're all like timid, but being all scared and shit. I'm like, well, I'll call them. I'm not gonna go out there and get shot by these fools, but
I was
I'll
scared.
call the popo, and the popo didn't do not a damn thing. And not only did that, they didn't give a fuck. Like, there was like 0 fucks given. And I tell you, in a different neighborhood, they would have been there within a minute and a half. You know what I mean? Even the fire department, them motherfuckers that are in the pride of the west side, go ask them. They know what's up. They'll tell you, they'll be like, dude, we get there and we got to wait 20, 30, 40 minutes till police show up. If it ain't an active bank robbery, motherfuckers ain't showing up. And you're like, damn,
And by active bank
that's
robbery,
whack,
you
dude.
mean like a nice neighborhood?
Like, that's
in Denver.
not tight. That same police department is responsible for other neighborhoods where they respond like that. You know what I mean? Like, what's that about? And not only that, I know other homies who do dispatch and they see the little dots of these fools just chilling. You know what I mean? Not even going, like just chilling on their own just because they choose to. Like getting calls, they know they're right around the corner and they just fucking sit there. Not doing nothing, acting too busy. And you're like, damn, fool, because of the neighborhood they're in. They're fucking 6 blocks over and all of a sudden they're acting like new people. And it's like, that's whack, dude. That's got to be, you got to do something else with that. There's something wrong there.
I thought the fucking solution was training. I really did. For
They
a long
never
time.
got it, though. Who
Until
knows
the
what
last like
happens?
3 months, I thought the fucking solution was training better. And trying to teach these fools who know. But then I realized that it's just bigger than so much of them, because like the police union that like runs a lot of
Easy now.
police unions that are smaller, right? Like they branch out and shit.
Rojo.
But the big powerful police unions don't have the interest that any of us or any of the good cops have in mind. And I mean that in terms of like when we say defund the police, it's more of like taking money out of those people's hands and putting it into the people's hands that are the people who know what to do, right? And defunding the police is about taking away their ability to buy tanks and shit. And like there's fucking tanks here, I'm pretty sure, in
I hear
Denver.
you. No,
We
no,
have
I hear
fucking
you.
tanks, and it's like, what? We are killing people in Aurora. Aurora has a problem. Aurora has a problem with their police department, a big problem. And we know that. Like, we've all seen what's going on out there. And Denver is on the cusp because Denver is protected by the political sphere of being Denver, right? And so they get a little protection there. But when that shit happens in Aurora, it's going down. And Lakewood's a different department too, because like that shit started in the 70s, right? They started because they didn't want to be a part of the fucking Denver police force. They didn't want Lakewood being policed by Denver police. That's why Lakewood Police Department starts. And there's like you probably have all had experiences, at least you two have had experience with both those police departments. You can tell they're different. I mean, I'm not saying good or bad. I'm just saying they're different. They're way different experiences being pulled over by DPD and being pulled over by LPD.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Why you pointing at us? What does that mean?
Hey, what you saying,
Was
boy?
it my pigments?
Are you saying that I
What's
get pulled
going on?
over all the time, yo, motherfucker?
What's wrong?
What's up?
I mean,
Flex.
was it not clear? That's exactly what I was fucking saying.
Is it
Well,
that
I have been pulled
we
over
all get pulled
hundreds
over
of
in
times.
Lakewood and Denver,
Is it my
like
gold chains?
because
Is that
they're
what it
just
is?
a little zealous. They're not zealous because you'll get pulled over way less in Denver. I found I get pulled. Let me rephrase that. I get pulled over way less in Denver. I get pulled over way less in Denver. In Lakewood, though, I've been fucked with so many cops in Lakewood because of the car I drive. It's always like something that is like Lakewood cops aren't fun to deal with, but they're also different in terms of look at their histories of what we know. It's hard to even know what we know about police because even like the records that they kept have been kind of shaky since before Mike Brown like went out the way that happened down in 2013 before they really started like pushing police to keep better records and keep more records that was more available for things to be reviewed. And now it's like a little like we saw body cameras in the last couple of years, and that's been a huge fucking change. And like this is what I'm talking. It's there are implementations that we can make to change the police from what it is to what we envision it. I don't think there's a difference in what we believe and what police are, right? And like in what they need to be and whether we call them police or anything like that. The name isn't important, right? But we believe that there needs to be some kind of group of people that does the job that we're talking about, right? I think we're all in agreement there. But when the people who know that those people put people in prison, which prisons help things like capitalism in our country. And that's the deeper like level of things that you have to consider when you see the police, because the police are a direct. Let me fucking fit. Yeah, I get it, but a lot of people like capitalism until it starts fucking blowing up in places where they're like, oh fuck, they're just using all these prisoners to do it, and then well, how did they get enough prisoners to do that? Oh fuck, they started this war on drugs that was like kind of bullshit in a lot of areas, and they just put a bunch of black and brown people in jail because of this, really to just get their labor into a force that they couldn't any longer do by the color of their skin alone. Because at the beginning of our country, it was just like, you're black, you get to be a slave, period. Boom, easy. And then it progresses in different ways through our history in our very young country of two and a half centuries, you know? And the police are a part of capitalism that is the gross part of capitalism that feeds the part that I think takes really innocent people in terms of the cops, the good cops, and all the people that I do know that are cops in the system of that are good people trying to do good things. That in the end, they can't do those good things because why I left education, because I knew all the good things I was doing wasn't going to overcome the overall fucking problems of the education system that have to do with racism and this country and how we treat children and how we fucking put them in things, in cages and fucking red lines and all these other fucking terrible things. I couldn't battle that in the classroom anymore, especially in a place where I couldn't live, you know, at all.
Wait, what does cages have to do with kids in school?
God damn, Justin. That's what you got out of all that.
No, I was hearing you all the way
Kids
up into that,
in
and I was like, whoa.
I don't know. My 2 cents is I feel like as outside people trying to tell the police what to do and how to restructure all of the police in general, I feel like, I mean, you got to be out there in the streets doing the kind of stuff. Like, it's just, it's...
Sure, you should be trained for that shit, though.
Yeah, but, like, I feel like that's tough for me, though. Like, I feel like it's one thing to say, like, hey, policing has to, you know, you got to start doing this. You got to start adding this and adding that, and you got to do this, and you got to do that. You got to do this and that. When in actuality, you've never been like a police officer in your entire life. Like dealing with the kind of shit that a police officer does on a daily basis. Mind you, I mean, I have family that's in law enforcement, and hearing some of the stories that I have, like, I feel like it's just tough, man, to have someone from, you know, a normal civilian saying, hey, you got to make these changes, you know, to the policing of society. Like, it's, I don't know, it's tough to make those calls. I feel like when you're not the one firsthand dealing with the situations on a daily basis, I don't know. I feel like as a police officer,
or the thing is, I have been personally the first-hand person to deal with situations before the cops get involved, and my number one goal was to not let the cops get involved, because these children, if they fucking get
how many times was that? How many times did you need to deal with that?
At least once a week.
At least once a week. Now imagine that.
Because I could easily write up a kid for fucking smelling like weed, and he's gonna get fucking found out where I was at. Like, they're gonna find weed on him.
But imagine that times 10. But imagine that times 20. Imagine dealing with that shit 20, 30 times on a daily basis.
But the point is that a lot of what they're dealing with...
It's not lost on me. Your point is not lost on me at all, Rob.
A lot of the stuff they're dealing with, they shouldn't be dealing with. Like, that shouldn't be their police's
job. Should I
have
been dealing with that as a teacher?
The police shouldn't be at
these schools. Did I not do it because I shouldn't have been
kids because they're minorities? And because they scare everybody, so they give them tickets. Because I was just, you know, you talk to the white kids, and the white kids will talk about their experience with cops, and they're like, oh yeah, this time, this and this, woo, and I got let go. It was so crazy. And it's like, that is crazy. That's tight that you got that, and I'm glad that, you know, you weren't doing anything. But I know motherfuckers that wasn't doing anything the same way and got clipped because of where they were at, and because because of what they were wearing, because of the car they drove, or the rims they had on it, or the tint level that they had. And none of these things are against the law. You know what I mean? It's just judgmental. And it's like, that's whack. That's, you know, and then that shit leads to fear, and fear leads to these fools who aren't trained that start pulling triggers all fucking quick. And you know what? There are some, even in that, there has to be a percentage of those motherfuckers that are doing it maliciously. They know what's up, and they're still just doing it because they don't give a fuck, right? But, you know, I'm sure a lot of those motherfuckers are just scared in the moment. They don't understand. They're scared because they don't understand the culture. They don't understand these motherfuckers, and they don't get training in that. They don't get training in psychology. They get like a little fucking 2-hour class and shit. They don't get training in fucking like no martial arts and how to subdue a motherfucker physically. They fucking get like a 2-hour class.
They do get
like,
some training in martial arts, by the way.
Not a gang though, and a lot of these motherfuckers, and that's why I know, because I train jiu-jitsu and I train with a few cops, and they're all there voluntarily. And that's why I fuck with those guys, because I'm like, man, they're over here trying to figure out. And there's this one dude, because he works with Lakewood, so he's like, I can't do chokes.
Yeah.
So when we roll, I'm not going for your neck no matter what happens, because I need to train how to subdue somebody without hurting them, without using the neck.
Yeah.
And he's tight as fuck. And it's like, you know, and it's like there's people with these intents that aren't, you know, they sure that whatever is the foundation may have been originally for some weird fuck shit. Right, but the solution was inevitable. They were going to call it whatever they called it and however they have it. But right now, this is the framework we have, and I don't think all the framework is wrong. I think that there's some pieces we can use in there, and I think there are some things wrong, though, man. And you know, it's like, yeah, who are we to say that it's wrong? But eventually, like, if you keep ordering shit from UPS and they keep fucking up your delivery, eventually you got to stop either fucking with those foods, or you call and complain, or they got to do something, right? And either they either shift or they lose a bunch of business because of whatever. And in that sense, this is a socialism thing. This isn't capitalist. So we can't just like pull out and stop paying for it. It's worth paying for it no matter what. So in that sense, it's our job to stand up and be like, yo, there's something wrong here. Now again,
but I feel like I'm not hearing like what the answer is though. I feel like I haven't heard that from
there's
anybody.
A full answer. That's the thing. Nobody knows the future,
Right.
and nobody's ever done it before. But there's a bunch of gang of shit we haven't tried. We never tried defunding the police to pull it off, and I see that solution. I even don't think it would be wrong. I just don't think it's the best solution. In my mind, the best solution is to try to work with what we got in that sense and restructure all the nonsense out of it.
Right.
And a lot of that nonsense comes from this lack of education. If you educated motherfuckers on these things, by the time that they're in there, they don't go. But I mean, I know I've been talking for a gang, and if y'all have something, you want to wrap it up, give a last little sentence, and we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you for tuning in. This motherfucking Lone Ranger vs. Tonto up in this bitch. And yeah, y'all got something to say? Go ahead about the police or whatever.
All I was gonna say is I feel like everybody's humans, man. We ain't robots. You know what I mean? You can't have, you know what I mean? We can't have a bunch of robots out there policing people. People deal with their own shit on a daily fucking basis. I know I have a lot of shit going on in my head right now with, from professional issues to personal issues to relationship issues. And there's about 7 billion people in this world that are going through all of just different shit in this entire world. So bottom line is people ain't robots. And, yeah, man, people dealing with their own issues on a daily basis. All I'm saying is just do the best you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Steven?
That's what's up, Rob. Thanks for being on the podcast, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me. I had a blast, man. Right on for having me. I hope y'all decide to have me again at some time in the near future.
I mean, maybe, because I mean, you're gonna have to fucking stop asking all these goddamn questions.
My bad.
Next time, you gotta let
bad.
us ask you some questions.
My bad.
Got to get into a little bit about Rob next time, because this time you just fucking took the host in the middle.
Bad. My fault, man. My fault. Anyways, this is the Lone Ranger versus Tonto podcast up in this bitch.
Eric, got anything?
See y'all next time.
Rob, what's your favorite color?
Me, that's a really tough question. It's a really tough question because I honestly don't really have a favorite.
All right,
Y'all motherfuckers look on the left and the right. There's going to be videos. Up in the front, there's going to be our logo. When you look at this on YouTube, subscribe. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in.
Hey.
We appreciate y'all motherfuckers. Holler.